Hi, so welcome back. So yesterday we did the UI for the transfer list. So this is what we have had so far. So what we're going to do next is we're going to make sure that there is only items on the left list and the right list is empty. So in order to do that, we need to use the React hooks, which is the useState hook, to make sure that we have states. And so in here, what we're going to do is we're going to create states for the left list and then right list. So let's do that. So const left items, and then set left items equals useState items. So we're going to pass in items for the left use state, and then for the right state, let's give this is going to be right items, set right items, and for the right items, the list for the right list, our state is going to be empty, and we are also going to import the useState hook from React. So import useState from React. Okay, now our left items is going to be passed in as a prop, and right items is also going to be passed in as a prop. So there you go. So this is our left items and this is our right items. We can check this, and we don't have the logic right yet for the right arrow and left arrow, which we're going to implement pretty soon. Okay, so once we're at this state where we have the left items and the right items, what we're going to be doing is we're going to create a state called checked items. That way we can create a state in which we have the checked items collected together. And then after that, we are going to create a function that allows us to toggle the checking process. So first, let's create a state for the checked items. So checked items, and then set checked items. So this is going to be an empty state initially. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a function called handle toggle, and this is a function which is going to be passed in as a prop down to the list. That way we can actually toggle the items in the list. And so we are going to pass in the item, and inside the handle toggle function, we're going to get the current index of the item that is being toggled. So current index is equal to checked items dot index of item. And we're going to have to create a new array called new checked items to collect the checked items. So we're going to use a spread operator and then add in the checked items. Now after this, the next step would be to do, so if the current, if the current index is equal to -1, which means the item that's being toggled has not already been checked, then we need to push that into the new checked items list. So new checked items dot push item. Otherwise, the item is already checked, so we need to take it out from the checklist. We need to take it out from the checked items. So our new checked items, so it basically is in the new checked items. So we're going to say new checked items dot splice, and then we'll say current index 1. So this is going to take out that item from the list of items that's already been checked. So this should work. So in order to check this, what I'm going to do is inside the function, I'm just going to say console log checked items. So this is going to give us the array of checked items. So well, this is not going to work immediately right now because we haven't passed this in as a prop to the list. So let's do that now. So handle toggle equals handle toggle, and we're going to do the same thing for the right list as well. Handle toggle equal handle toggle. So we'll pass as a prop for this one, handle toggle, handle toggle. Okay, now let's go into the items component, or item component, by the way. Okay, and in here for the input, we are going to say on change. Oh god, my computer is freezing. On change equals to what do we? Okay, so on change equals to, we're going to pass in an arrow function, and inside the arrow function we are going to do the handle toggle function with the item passed in as prop, which is the one that we need to check. Now let's see if this works. So let's check this and uncheck it. So there you go. We have the item that's in the new checked items array, and then it gets taken off when you uncheck it. Check it, uncheck it, check 1, check 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have all 5 items checked in. Let's uncheck 4. So there you go. This has now 2, 1, 3, 5. Let's take off 1. So there you go, 2, 3, 5. So yeah, so it actually works. So our next step would be to make sure that we hook up this toggle function to our action buttons, which is the left and right. So that way, when we toggle them, it would actually work properly. Yeah, so let's do that as the next step. So let's create 2 new functions for moving left and moving right. So const move left, arrow function, and then we're going to also have another function called move right. So this is move right. So let's just to make sure that it works, we're going to say console log move left, and we're going to also do the same thing here, but here is going to be moving right. And now we need to hook up these two functions to the buttons. So let's pass those in as props to the actions component. So move left is going to have move left, and then move right is going to oh wait, hang on, that's right. So move right is going to have move right passed in as well. Now let's go to the actions component, and in here what we should do is once the button is like clicked, we should be able to render those. So at this point, if we click the buttons, right, it's not going to console log because we're passing in move left and move right as actions. So let's do that. Let's go to the app.js and let's pass in those props. So actions, in actions we have move left and move right, move right. So our button, this button has to be triggered when it's moving right, and this button has to be triggered when it's moving left. So button, we're going to say on click. We're going to have an arrow function that calls the move left, and we're going to have another like on click that has an arrow function that calls move right. Okay, let's see if this would work. So if you go to app.js, we have move left and move right, which is being passed in as props to the action, and then inside the action we have the button on click. This is move greater than is moving right, so I think we have to switch that, by the way. So this is move right, and the other one is move left, so let's bring that down. Yeah, let's see. Okay, move right. Okay, move left. So I guess it's working. Yeah. So that is how you implement the actions. So this means that the function is hooked up. These two functions are hooked up to the actions. Now all we have to do is actually implement the logic to move to the left and right, which we will do on the next in the next video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.